What's happening, everyone? My name is Adrian, and welcome back to another episode of What the Pun. Welcome back. Hope you're doing good, doing well, doing great. And before I get onto the main topic today, I would just like to take the time to basically speak about one very important thing, which is all of you lot. Sorry, a bit windy in here. Yes, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of my day one subscribers, current subscribers, everyone that's been here part of my entire YouTube journey, all of you just tuned in. I would like to take the time to basically really show and thank you all because I have recently been invited and accepted as well to the YouTube Partner Program, which is a huge milestone. We've come a long way, taken a little bit of time, but it goes to show that the hard work I've been putting in, trying to make some good content for all you lots, every single one of you, is working out. And I don't plan to slow down. I plan to continue making some amazing content for all of you to enjoy. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you for being part of my YouTube journey, and stick around. I will continue doing some great, amazing stuff. So today, go far, as you can see. Today I plan to do a bit of a science project, bit of a test today, to start doing some refinements to improve the performance of the car. So it could just be from like really minor things. So today I will be testing out one of these. Ow. One of these. It is a heat shield. So these are designed to help reduce the intake temperatures. So like I said, small little things to make little refinements. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. You know, in the product description it says, you know, they're made to help reduce the intake temperatures. So, you know, helping keep the car taking in cold air. So I will begin some testing, and hopefully we'll have some interesting results at the end. To start off with, I'll be doing a test on the Golf R without the heat shield first. So before we get started and get the car warmed up, let's get a base reading of what the temperature is like without the heat shield and without the car running firstly. So have a look. Cool, so this is our base reading. We'll go for a drive now and see how much it warms up by. Okay, let's go. In regards to what I'll be carrying out for the test, just so you all know, I'll be doing my best to try and make sure the conditions are as controlled as possible, just to make sure that the testing between with and without the heat shield is as fair as possible. So for example, I'll be carrying out my test same time every morning, just so that the traffic is similar. In terms of the test route, it'll be the same test route every day as well. The only thing I can't really control is the weather, but hopefully the weather should be the same today, and the next day I'll be carrying out the test with the heat shield. So fingers crossed that shouldn't affect the results too much, but if it does, then maybe we can figure out mathematically what the difference is and see. Yeah, because the main thing we're measuring is the difference in the intake temperature readings. So yeah, let's just try and get this done, and yeah, wish me luck. Cool. Right, yeah, car's a bit toasty now. Let's see what the temperature's like. Alright. Cool. Let's just say it's around about this. That seems to be where it's hovering around about. So yeah, test one done. This is the temperature that we'll be trying to compete with without the heat shield. Alright, so I'll start the next test the next day and see what kind of readings we get with the heat shield. Okay, so I have here a CTS Turbo Heat Shield. How do you put this in? So to start off with, looking at the engine. Firstly, originally when you had the engine cover, your engine cover would have sat on top of here, 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 and here. So these are the studs. So to fit the heat shield, you basically need to remove the two back here. To remove them, you'll need a 24mm 12-point deep socket to remove them. Once they've been removed, place the heat shield there, and you should have some screws to lock it into place. So once the heat shield's in, as you can imagine, it's basically gonna block off the heat that's coming from the engine back here. So hopefully keeping this nice and cool. Okay, so let me get started. That's it, all done. Took a bit longer than expected, to be fair. This stud came off perfectly fine. This one, for some whatever reason, was just spinning and didn't want to come out, so I had to kind of be a bit patient, figure it out. Don't try to break it because I didn't want to make things worse, but just kind of working different angles and just trying to get good bites. Eventually got it out, so yeah, a bit of patience, and finally it finally got out. So now that's all fitted, just have to give this another test and see if there's any difference at all. Cool. Good morning, everyone. So here we are, the next day. So as you can see, the CTS Turbo Heat Shield's fitted. The car, just to let you know, is a little bit warmer this morning than it was yesterday. That's mainly because I went out for quite a late drive last night. Well, wasn't like a recreational drive. I went to pick up my wife from work. So that was roughly 5 hours ago. And so I think because my garage is so well insulated, the car's retained some heat. So right now, let's see, I'm expecting the temperature to be higher than it was yesterday, but let's see what the gun says. Okay, only a fair bit higher. Okay, so we have a new reference point for the starting temperature. So let's see how we get on now. Let's go for a drive. Okay, so the drive is done. So same route as yesterday, same duration as yesterday. Traffic was exactly the same. Didn't really do anything different that would change any of the factors. So let's see how we get on with the temperature, shall we? Let's have a look. Huh. Interesting. Okay, that's, if I remember correctly, a fair bit of a difference from yesterday's one. So, okay, let's put all the numbers together and let's discuss, shall we? Okay, so let's sit down and have a look at the numbers, shall we? So let's start off with the temperatures without the heat shield. Without the heat shield, that started off at 24.4 degrees, around that region. Without the heat, with the heat shield, it was running a bit higher because I was out for a drive in the evening to pick up my wife from work, and the car didn't have enough time to cool down. So that was running at a little bit higher at 27.7 degrees. So the most important numbers here is the temperatures after the car's warmed up. So the same drive, same amount of time driven, same distance driven to the same location, basically. So without the heat shield, the temperature once the car's warmed up was 74 degrees. With the heat shield, it was at 49.6 degrees. Quite significantly different in terms of running temperatures around the intake pipe area. So yeah, safe to say it's a good investment, right? It's a 25-degree difference. So all it took was just a bit of piece of metal to keep the heat away from the intake pipe. So yeah, sound investment. There are other options out there, such as like gold foil tape you can wrap around the intake pipe, but aesthetically, that is not something I like to go for. I quite like the aesthetics that I've gone for with my engine area, black and grey APR coil packs, the black racing line intake that I have. So sticking with my aesthetics, I wouldn't really be pleased with how it looks with the gold foil. Some people might like it, I don't. Yeah, whatever. But safe to say that was a good investment. It's definitely done the job at keeping the temperature around the intake pipe, intake area cool. Alright, so that's it from me about the Golf R and the intake today. Next week, I'm not sure. I had two ideas, basically either a insurance advice video for modified cars, or the other one would be a diverter valve comparison video. Reason why? Because currently I have the GFB Going Faster Bits diverter valve, which is supposed to be a stronger unit, which I'm quite happy with at the moment. But when I had the car at Artec Performance, they did advise for me to go back to a RevG Volkswagen diverter valve because they say it performs better. So I'd be happy to do a comparison video on that as well. So maybe, how about what you want to see? Drop a comment in the box down below. Let me know what you want to see, either a modified car insurance advice video or the diverter valve video. Let me know. Yeah, so anyways, that's it from me this week. Before I go, once again, thank you so much for helping me get so far with my YouTube journey and helping me become a YouTube partner, basically. So thank you once again. Thank you so much. And from me this week, that is all. Make sure to subscribe and like so that you don't miss out on what's coming up in the future. But yeah, thank you. Take care. See you all next time. Bye bye.